My thoughts on the McDonald's recent stabbing. Recently, a manager at McDonald's was stabbed by her employee. She had sent this person home because, for whatever reason, I don't know what the reason was, she sent her home a couple times. This individual came back and stabbed her to death. My only thoughts on this, guys, is the US government, I know this for a fact, is denying disability, especially mental health disability, for people that should actually be getting that mental health disability. People with severe PTSD, people with severe bipolar disorder, people with severe other mental illnesses like schizophrenia. I knew a girl with schizophrenia right in my state driving down the road. She's hallucinating as she's driving down the road. And they never gave her disability. She was working jobs. Here, a schizophrenic, full-blown schizophrenic that sees people in the room, hears voices, driving down the road to her job because the state won't give her disability. The state is, in fact, responsible for a lot of these crimes. The blood is actually on the state for a lot of these crimes because they deny the disability for people that they should be home. They shouldn't be at work. Like this young girl that killed her boss, she should have been at home. Obviously, this girl had mental health issues. I don't know what it was. It could have been PTSD. It could have been bipolar. It could have been schizophrenia. Whatever it was, people should have noticed, hey, this girl has some mental health issues. Maybe we should put this girl on disability for her own benefit, her own health. I mean, when she's going to work, she's making Instagram videos in the back that shows that she's not focused on work. This is all pointing towards the fact that this girl was probably suffering from mental illness and should have been put on state disability for her mental illness. When you force mentally ill workers to go to work because you don't want to pay out the benefit, which I think is ridiculous. I mean, if somebody's mentally disabled, they're mentally disabled. But nonetheless, they didn't put this young girl on disability when she probably should have been on disability. Now she kills her boss at work. She kills her boss at McDonald's when she should have been home collecting a check from the government. Here America is one of the richest countries in the world, but they're denying mental health clients their disability. They're denying someone I know that has full-blown schizophrenia disability. She doesn't get disability. So she has to work all over the place. Meanwhile, she's driving down the road, seeing people in the room, seeing people in the car, seeing people out the window. Orbs and flashes are coming at her because the state is not giving her disability. The US government drops the ball big time on mental health in general. Mental health disability, they literally are denying mental health patients disability that should be getting disability. I know that for a fact. It's just ridiculous. You're forcing mentally ill people to go to work. And when you force mentally ill people to go to work, they're gonna do stupid shit like this, like stab their boss, like that young girl did, stabbing her boss. It's probably because she was mentally ill and should have been home. The blood is on the government's hand for denying disability all over the country. People that should be getting disability, people that have worked into the system for 25, 30 years. They've had a job for 20 years and then they apply for disability. They still get denied, especially mental health disability. So you're forcing mentally ill people to go to work, and that's what's going to happen. Future crimes will happen nationwide because the government is denying disability. Makes no sense. We have all this money to send to Israel. We have all this money to send to Ukraine, yet they're denying disability to people like the person I know with schizophrenia that should be on disability. But we got plenty of money for Israel and other countries, right? We got plenty of money for Afghanistan, plenty of money for Israel, plenty of money for Ukraine, but we can't help our mentally ill or our veterans. To this day, we have veterans sleeping on the sidewalk. That should not be happening. Shame on any of you politicians that have made this happen where a veteran can sleep on the sidewalk. If I was a politician, I would make a law that state is illegal to have a veteran sleeping homeless on the sidewalk, and that the states are mandated to help that veteran no matter their age. If they're sent to war, if they're in military service, they should have housing for life. They should pay into the system. Yes, they should all have jobs. I'm not saying these people shouldn't work. I'm just saying they should not be homeless. No veteran should be homeless. Because if you ask most of the younger veterans, they'll tell you, hey, Steve, I want to work. I don't want to be on disability. I want to work at my local group home. I want to work at, the deli. I want to be out in the community where people I can socialize with. So a lot of these younger veterans, they still want to work, but they should be being supported by the government so that these type of things don't happen. Again, denying even veterans disability. Like a veteran come home from a war or something, he applies for disability because he's a war veteran. How many times has the U.S. government denied a soldier his disability payment, and then he goes out and commits a crime because of his PTSD or because he's upset? These are all issues that should be being addressed politically. The politicians should be helping, but most politicians are crooked. Let's be honest. Most politicians in America are crooked. Most politicians in America are being paid off. So it's just a recipe for disaster that we can't win unless we make laws that make it illegal for a veteran to be on the street homeless. We need to mandate these states to help these people, to house these people, even for free if we have to, because there's a lot of veterans out there that are mentally ill, that may be full-blown schizophrenic, not even know what planet they're on, but they're a veteran. We need to be helping these veterans, period. We need to stop denying disability to like young girls, like this black girl that killed her McDonald's manager. She should have probably been on disability for bipolar disorder. I mean, this girl literally had stabbed somebody previously. Why is she at McDonald's if she's previously stabbed somebody? She should have been on disability. Obviously, this girl is bipolar. She shouldn't be in a work environment if she has a history of stabbing people. Am I wrong, people? Any thoughts on this discussion, you can leave it in the comment section. Thank you for tuning in. You can like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, Steve-O signing out.